Israeli forces have intercepted dozens of boats carrying aid and foreign activists, including Swedish campaigner Greta Thunberg, to Gaza, triggering international condemnation and protest on Thursday.
My name is Greta Thunberg. I'm a citizen of Sweden. If you are watching this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces.
This message, recorded by activist Greta Thunberg, was released on Thursday after Israeli forces seized dozens of boats carrying foreign campaigners and aid bound for Gaza. Cameras live streaming on board the global Flotilla showed crew raising their hands in the air as heavily armed Israeli soldiers boarded their boats and surrounded them. The Israeli Foreign Ministry released footage appearing to show Thunberg, the most prominent of the flotilla's passengers, sitting on a deck. It said on social media the campaigners were being taken safely and peacefully to Israel to be processed for deportation. Israeli officials have denounced the mission as a stunt. Since the first boats set sail in August, the flotilla has become one of the most high-profile symbols of opposition to Israel's blockade of Gaza. It involved over 40 civilian vessels from dozens of countries, carrying around 500 parliamentarians, lawyers and activists on board. According to the organizers' website on Thursday afternoon, not all boats had been stopped. It also said some of the vessels were hit by incendiary devices during the interception, while footage from one of the boats was said to show it being sprayed by water cannon. Reuters could not verify the date and location the video was filmed. News of Israel's action against the flotilla sparked protests around the world, with demonstrations held in Greece, Turkey, Argentina and other places. Leaders of several countries also spoke out against the move. South Africa on Thursday pushed Israel to release the activists, who included Nelson Mandela's grandson, saying its interception of the aid boats was a violation of international law. While Colombia expelled Israel's entire diplomatic delegation on Wednesday after 2 Colombians were among those detained. The flotilla had hoped to arrive in Gaza on Thursday morning. Tracking data showed they were about 70 nautical miles away when they were stopped. Israel's Navy had warned the flotilla it was reaching an active combat zone and violating a lawful blockade. Global Flotilla said the vessels were in international waters and called Israel's interception illegal.
Meanwhile, Turkish President Erdogan condemned what he described as banditry after Israel intercepted some 40 boats carrying aid and foreign activists to Gaza, saying it showed Israel's government has no intention of letting hopes for peace grow.
I curse the banditry against the global Flotilla. This attack conducted by the Israeli administration on civilians traveling in international waters has once again proven how the genocide cadre is in a state of frenzy to hide the crimes against humanity in Gaza. It was seen that the genocidal Netanyahu government has no tolerance to let such a possibility of peace to blossom, let alone to instate peace.
Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni criticized the aid flotilla intercepted off Gaza by the Israeli military, saying that both the activists' mission and the strike held in their support in Italy would do little to help the Palestinian people.
As you know, the boarding operations are still ongoing. We are obviously following them minute by minute. Last night, the Foreign Ministry's crisis unit was also in contact with the lawyers of some of those on board. And, of course, we will do everything we can to ensure that these people can return to Italy as soon as possible. That said, I still believe that none of this is of any benefit to the Palestinian people. On the contrary, I understand that it will cause many inconveniences to the Italian people, the same Italian people who, only yesterday, were being thanked by the Palestinians for the work they are doing.